Very good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. So in the last class, we was at the last stage of the energy band topic discussion. Before concluding this particular topic with energy bands diagram, anyone can you summarize what are the things we was discussed in the last class related to energy bands? Anyone? Okay, or I will change the slide one by one. Can you tell me what are the things we was discussed in that particular topic, but particular PPT? In this slide, what are the information we got? What are the things we was discussed in this slide?
About different valence electrons, where it is present, and silicon atom structure.
Yeah, this diagram, it shows the atomic structure of an silicon atom, right? The silicon atom consisting of an totally 14 electron in its nucleus. That 14 electron, it will be distributed in this way. The first orbit consisting of an 2, second orbit 8, the outermost orbit consisting of an 4 valency electrons. This information we got to know that from this particular slide. At the same time, the second slide. Second slide, what it shows? Nisarga. Nisarga S. Nisarga S. Will you tell me what you understood by this slide? If you people are not responding, I will mark absent for today's class. Nisarga L. Okay, at least you people are there in the class. No response. Okay, I will mark absent for you. Rahul L. Rahul L.
Yes, sir.
Rahul, yeah, tell me what are the things we was discussed in the last class using this slide?
Sir, different energy levels, stability and all. I
The
guess, sir.
levels in the silicon atom, right?
Yes, sir.
Correct. The silicon atom consisting of an 3 orbit. Because of the in the 3 orbit, the electrons are accommodated. In the first orbit 2 electron, in the second orbit 8 electron, in the third orbit only 4 electron.
Four.
The same time, the first orbit consisting of an only one suborbit, that what we called as an oneness. The
Yes, sir.
second orbit consisting of two suborbit,
Two
that sub
subshells.
we have
2s,
represented
2p.
2s and 2p. The third orbit is also consisting of an three suborbit, that we have
2s,
represented
2p.
3s, 3p, 3d. Correct. But before writing
Yes.
3d, we are going to write the 4s. When you compare to the energy, the 4s having the lesser energy compared to 3d. Okay, anyway, that 3d and 4s is not come to an picture for silicon example. Don't bother.
Yes.
Okay. So next, coming to the electron accommodation. In the first suborbital 1s, what are the electron accommodation here? If you are going to write electronic configuration for the silicon, how we are going to write the electronic configuration? Anyone, can you tell me the electronic configuration of the silicon? 1s2, 2s2,
2p6.
2p
3s2.
6
What about the remaining?
3p4.
3p2.
3p6 4s2.
No, 3p6 maximum electron accommodation for the
3p.
p layer, it is 6. But unfortunately, your silicon atom consisting of an only 14 electron, right? In the first
Yes, sir.
suborbit, you accommodated 2 electron. In the second orbit, 2 plus 6. In the third orbit, already 3s2. Now just do the addition of this 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Correct. Out of 14, 12 already filled. The remaining electrons are only 2. So hence, for 2p, only 2 electrons are accommodated and 4 are the vacancy places. 4 are the vacancy places. This information we got to know that from this particular slide. At the same time, if you go above or if you go higher order of an orbital, the energy of an electron is goes on increases. That picture only I have shown here. Okay. So the
Yes, sir.
next thing, after discussion of an atomic structure of an silicon and how the energy it will be distributed in the orbital as well as it is in the suborbital. Okay, so we taken the concept of an LCAO, linear combination of atomic orbital. Okay, so what are the information we gathered from this particular slide? And Prashant N. Prashant N, are you there?
Hello.
Prashant. Prashant, can you hear me?
Hello. Hi, yes, sir.
Yeah. Will you explain?
Sir, in this we have studied anti-bonding and bonding, addition of nucleus. Hello.
Yeah. Will you explain systematically what is first and what is next and what is antibonding, what is bonding? Can you define those things little elaborately? Because of the energy band diagram is very important topic in the first module. You can expect more than 99% for your main examination as well as the internals for 8 marks. Yeah, Prashant, continue.
Hello.
Yeah, Prashant, continue.
Sir, when two isolated atoms come in contact with each other to form
Yeah. First, will you
nuclear,
give the justification for the title linear combination atomic orbital? Not only in this topic, in any topic, first you have to give the justification for the title, then you can go for the detailed discussion. What is linear combination and what is atomic orbital? Okay, he have some network issue, I think. Diksha. Diksha. Diksha, are you there? Dear students, if you people are not responded in time, seriously, I am going to mark absent for that particular day. Diksha, at least if you don't know the answer, tell me directly, no problem. I will explain once again.
Sir, your voice is not clear, sir.
Okay, now?
Now it's okay, sir.
Yeah. When I am calling a particular person name, if you know, explain, or otherwise say, I mean, where you are not understanding the things, I will explain once again, no problem, don't hesitate. Because of this is not your examination Viva. I am not awarding any marks for that. Just I am trying to know how many students are know this particular concept or not. Only for just evaluation of for that I am calling individually. Because of these topics are very important for understanding the coming topics also. Diksha. Okay. Manasa. Manasa M.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Will you explain?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, two isolated items will be linearly connected,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, and when it is subtracted, antibonding is formed, where
Okay.
the probability of finding electron is 0.
Actually, here subtracting means what is the meaning of subtraction? Actually, exactly
Two
we are doing subtraction of two atoms here.
Yes, sir.
Subtraction of an atoms we are doing.
Two electrons, sir.
When two electrons are repelled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, repelled. That repel word we have written in the form in the like subtraction.
Okay, sir.
Exactly, we are not subtracting here. Exactly, we are not adding here.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
When
repelled
it
and
is
combined.
repelled,
Combined we called as an positive overlapping, and repelling we are called as a negative overlapping. That negative we have written as an subtract. That's all.
yes, sir. When it is repelled, uh, antibonding is formed,
Mm-hmm.
and probability of finding electron will be 0 in antibonding region.
Antibonding region means for that particular place specifically we are called as nodal plane.
Nodal, yes, sir, nodal plane,
Yeah,
and electron energy will be more.
exactly. Why? What is the reason for that?
uh,
Your answer is correct. What is the reason for that?
because electrons are repelled, and
Due to repulsion, it will get an additional energy compared to the previous energy. That is the one point. The second point is, I mean, what are the electrons are there in the individual hydrogen cloud? This orbit na now cloud anta kuda karitivi sometimes. Okay. What are the electrons are there in this particular cloud? That electron movement controlled by only one nuclei. The same way here also, the electron movement controlled by only one nuclei in this hydrogen, especially in the antibonding. Hence, the energy of the electron it will be more. In two ways, you can justify why the electron energy it will be more in the antibonding. The same way, what about in the bonding?
in bonding, uh, the electron energy will be low, sir,
Why electron energy it will be low?
because two electrons are bonded, and
And
it will
form a
be
covalent bond.
and
What
it
are the
will be
electrons are there inside the covalent bond? Those electron controlled by a two nucleus. Controlled by
yes.
a two nucleus. It is something like tug of war kind of thing. Even this nuclei is also attracting, this that right side nuclei is also attracting, and finally those electron it simply it will be stay in the middle of the bonding. That's all. So hence the energy in the electron energy in the bonding it will be very less. And what about the probability of finding the electron in the bonding
It
area?
will be maximum, sir.
Yeah, it will be maximum, right? So this concept we understood by under the definition of an linear combination of an atomic orbital. Okay, linear combination. Okay, the two hydrogen atom you are placing in the same axis. The nuclei of the two atom you are placing in the same axis. Hence, we are called as a linear combination. What is orbital? What is atomic orbital? Orbital means
Probability of finding electron.
Finding electron.
yes. Probability of finding the electron is more. Okay, so that is the meaning or justification of the title. Not only this topic, you can any topic. While before starting the detailed discussion, you have to give a justification for the title in a single line or in a two line. Okay, so this is the information. Next, the same information we have represented with the help of an wave function. What is wave function?
Sir,
Yeah.
ಆಂಟಿಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಗೆ?
Yeah, the antibonding, the electron
ಎನರ್ಜಿ
energy it
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ
will be
ಇದೆ,
high.
ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್?
ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ?
ಅದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಐತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ಆಂಟಿಬಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
Okay, just you try to understand these two scenarios. When you are trying to combine the two hydrogen atom, even in the orbital, even it consisting of a negative charge carrier, even this hydrogen atom is also consisting of a negative charge carrier. This negative charge carrier and negative charge carrier, it will be start rippling. It will be start rippling, correct? So once, I mean, due to that repulsion, what is the previous energy it will be having that particular electron? That energy level, it slightly increases. That is the one point. The second way of giving the justification of an energy level in that particular electron is what are the electron is present in this hydrogen cloud? It will be controlled by only one nuclei. Only one nuclei. The same way here also controlled by only one nuclei. Okay, so this is the information. Next, coming to the bonding. So once it will be formed the bond, covalent bond, the two electron movement, it will be controlled by a two nuclei. It will be controlled by a two nuclei. Even the left side of the nuclei is also attracting those two electrons. The right side of the nuclei is also try to attract those two electrons. And finally, the two electrons simply it will be accommodated in the center place within the covalent bond. Hence, the energy level of the electron is very less. But come to an anti-bonding, compared to bonding, the electron energy, it will be very high. In such a way that we are going to give the comparison of that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the same information only we are put it in the waveform kind of and things, or you can use the mathematical equation also. What is wave function? What is wave function? Anyone, will you brief the definition of an wave function? What are the informations the wave function equation it will be carry?
It means it gives the energy about information about energy. Wave function will give
Information about energy, or it will give the information about the electron?
energy of the means orbital energy like that.
Yeah, energy is the one parameter.
LM.
Electron energy is the one parameter what the wave function it will gives to us. Okay, or generally you can call the crucial information about the electron that we have represented mathematically. That mathematical equation only we are called as a wave function. That's all. That wave function we have represented or designated with the psi symbol. That's all. It's very simple. Okay, when the two atoms, hydrogen atom, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ನ ಹೇಗೆ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹಾಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ವಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು wave function ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. When two hydrogen atom we have tried to combine, we have tried to combine, the two things it will be happen. One is bonding, the another one is the anti-bonding. Bonding signal we have represented like this, anti-bonding signal we have represented like this. Okay, the same informations. Okay, this diagram I will explain now. In the coming slide, I will explain very detailedly how you got this branches and all. Okay, so now finally we will move to the, before entering to the energy band with respect to interatomic distance, we was discussed these things also. What are the information we gathered in from this slide? This information is very important while discussing in the coming topic like direct and indirect semiconductor, intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor. For understanding those concepts and all, this concept, I mean the previous topics are the fundamentals to you. If you know the first and second topic, it easily you can understand the third and fourth topic. You know the complete entire module 1, easily you can encounter the module 2. There is a link between the modules, between the topics. So only I am telling to you, please concentrate. And don't forget the previous topics as well as the prerequisite concepts also. Okay, and this subject is very important, especially for those who are planning to take the GATE examination and all. Minimum you will get 7 to 8 question from this subject. Minimum 7 to 8 question. Okay, so anyone, will you brief what are the things we was discussed from this slide? The first diagram, it will show the atomic structure of an silicon as well as the germanium. From this diagram, we got to know that what are the, how many electrons are there in the silicon, how many electrons are there in the germanium, those electrons, how it will be distributed in the first orbit, second orbit, third orbit, and fourth orbit. This information we got from the first slide. In the second slide, when we are going to take a n number of an silicon atom, that n number of an silicon atom, we are put it into the crystalline structure. We are put it into an crystalline structure. Crystalline structure, and just have a look of this particular diagram. It will be look like some mesh kind of a thing, right? Mesh kind of a thing. And we are arranged in a very good manner, very proper, in a repeated manner. Just check it out here. Correct. So once you put a more number of an silicon atom together, what are the things it will be happen? Initially, what are the valence electrons are there? That energy we are classified into an two ways. The first set of an electron, it uses their energy only for roaming around the same axis. Roaming around the same axis. The second set of an electron having a little additional energy compared to the same axis electrons, those electron, it will do a valency work. Those electron, it will do a valency work. What it mean by valency work? What is the meaning of valency work?
Outermost electron works.
Yes, can you explain a little elaborately?
It forms bond between by sharing covalent bonds.
Yes, with the neighbor atom. With the neighbor atom, and it will be involving to do a valency stabilization. It involved to do a valency stabilization. Because of that, for example, how much, I mean, which electron having an additional energy, that electron, it will be shifting from this orbit to this orbit. The same way, even one electron shifted to this atom, one electron, it will be shifted to this atom, one electron, it will be shifted to this atom. Okay, so finally, this particular silicon atom, it will be become stabilized because of it will be gaining a 4 electron from the neighbors. 4 electron from the neighbor. Gain means sharing, correct? And once it got totally 8 electron in the outermost shell, that particular valency shell, it will become stabilized in such a way that the electrons, it will be doing a 2 jobs in its same axis. Okay, the first set of an electron simply roaming in the same orbit. The second set of an electron, it will be involving in the valency stabilization work. Please don't forget these two things. Okay, so this all the things, it will be happen at 0 degree Kelvin. This all the things, it will be happen at 0 degree Kelvin. If you change the temperature from 0 degree Kelvin to 300 degree Kelvin, what it will be happen? Obviously, what are the valence electrons are there? That few electrons it will get the additional energy. Those electron it will get the additional energy. No more it will be doing the valency work. Once it get the additional energy, automatically it will be coming out of that particular orbit. Once the electron is coming out of that particular orbit, that electron only we are called as an free electron. Due to that free electron only, the current it will be generated in the circuit or in the material, in the semiconducting material. You got my point? Yeah, please tell me. Okay, yeah. Next, we will move to the main topic of under this module is energy band. Okay, so how the energy bands are created in the semiconductor? What are the energy bands? Conduction band, valency band, and the one more band what we called as an energy gap or forbidden band. How it will be initiated in the semiconductor, that we will study now. Okay, so now for drawing this graph, we have to draw a x-axis. That x-axis we have represented with the energy of the electron. Okay, the x-axis we have designated as an interatomic spacing. Interatomic spacing. Okay, so now the interatomic spacing here, this origin it will be 0. If you move towards the right side, interatomic distance between the two atoms it will be increases. Interatomic distance it will between the two atoms it will be increases, correct? So now here also I am going to take the silicon atom. The silicon atom consisting of an totally 14 electrons. If I gone through the electronic configuration of an silicon atom, what is the first one? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2. Will you understand? The first line, the x-axis line, it will be represent 1s2. The second line 2s2. Third line 2p6. This line 3s2. This line 3p6. It's possible to follow the arrow mark?
ನೋ ಸರ್, ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಈ PPT ನಲ್ಲಿ ಆರೋ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ಸರ್?
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡು.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ,
ಇವಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ ಸರ್.
Yes, this line it will be represent your 1s2. This line it will be represent your 2s2. This line you represent your 2p6. This line it will be represent your 3s2. This line it will be represent your 3p6. But unfortunately in the silicon it will be 3p2.
ಸರ್ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ಮೂವ್ನೇ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay, maybe some delay it will be
ಅಂದ್ರೆ
there.
ಇದು ಹಾರಿಜಾಂಟಲ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ತಾನೇ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳಿದೆ?
Exactly horizontal. I am moving from bottom to top.
Yes sir.
Yeah, some delay ಇರುತ್ತಮ್ಮ, ನನ್ಗೂನು ನಿಮ್ಗೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಬಟ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್?
Yes sir.
Yeah, this one is the 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, so now we will see very quickly how many electrons there in the sublayers. Here 2 electrons are there. Here also 2 electrons are there. Here totally 6 electrons are there. So here 2 electrons are there. So here also 2 electrons there. Now we will check it out. What is the maximum capability? Okay, so in the first layer, in the first 1s2, the maximum capacity is 2. Anyway, we filled 2 electron only, 2 out of 2. Okay, coming to the second line, second horizontal line from the bottom. Correct. So its capacity is 2s2. 2 electron is the maximum capacity. How much we was filled? 2 electron. Here also 2 out of 2. Correct. Next, coming to the third horizontal line, this capacity is 6 electron. This capacity is 6 electron, 2p6. How many electron we was filled? Yes, 6 out of 6 electron we was filled. Next, coming to the fourth horizontal line, it will be 3s2. The maximum capacity is 2. We filled 2 electrons. Okay. Next, coming to the last horizontal line, this capacity is 6. But unfortunately, how many electrons we was filled here?
2, sir.
2 electrons, correct? So totally 4 electrons are shorted, correct? So now when the 2 silicon atoms we are isolated, means interatomic distance. Interatomic distance means what? The distance between the two, nuclei.
Silicon atom.
Yeah, silicon atom. Okay, no problem. The distance between the 2 silicon atom or the distance between the 2 nuclei of the silicon atom. Anyway, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, correct? So let us take that initially, I mean at this particular time, will you follow the arrow mark? At this particular stage, right corner, correct? So the interatomic distance between the 2 silicon atom is maximum. The 2 silicon atom is maximum. When the interatomic distance between the 2 silicon atom is maximum, it's possible to interact those 2 silicon atoms. It may be a first layer, or it may be a second orbital, or it may be a third orbital. Whatever it may be, it's possible to interact when the distance will be more.
Difficult, sir.
It is difficult, correct? So only just check it out here. Simply ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ನೀವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ simply we are continuing the horizontal line as like that only, correct? So now you can start decreasing the interatomic distance between the 2 silicon atom. Now what I am going to do, I am decreasing the interatomic distance between the 2 silicon atom. Okay, so if I start decreasing the interatomic distance between the 2 silicon atom, what about 1s2? 1s2 it will be interact with the neighbor atom, or 2s2 it will be interact, or 3s2 it will be interact, or 3s or 3p. Which suborbital it will be start interacting soon out of these 3 subshells?
3p, sir.
It will be 3p and 3s. 3p and
Okay.
3s. Compared to
3s.
3s, 3p it will be start interacting soon. Can you tell me the reason for that? Can you tell me the reason for that?
Outermost, sir.
Exactly, correct. The first orbit, actually, how many orbits are there in the silicon? There are 3 orbits are there. Okay, so the first orbit and second orbit is very closely bounded compared to the outermost orbit in the silicon. Hence, the first orbit and second orbit it not interact. We can't say it not interact. It will be interact, but when we are putting very nearer to the 2 silicon atom, it's possible to see the branches here, 2s and 2p. In the left side, it's possible to see the branches in the slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, these branches it will be representing the interacting, correct? This 2s and 2p it will be start interacting at this particular state, at this particular distance between the 2 silicon atom, but 1s in this position also it not interacting at all. When you completely combine, then only the 1s state it will be start interacting. But anyway, our interest is not here in the 1s and 2s and 2p. Our interest is not here. We will move to the 3s and 3p. Directly we will move to the 3s and 3p. If you start decreasing the distance between the 2 atomic distance between the 2 atoms, the 3s and 3p it will be start interacting. Now just see the branches. Now just check it out, the branches, correct? So now here 3s and 3p it will be start combining and forming a new band. That process only we are called as an hybridization, orbital hybridization. I hope you people are aware. In the prerequisite only we was discussed about this. Okay, so orbit hybridization, 3s and 3p it will form a new band here. Okay, and this is the one more branches of the 3p, and this is one more branches of the 3s, correct? And after some distance, if you keep on decreasing the distance between the 2 atoms, now once again the branches it will be starting. Now just check it out. Just to see this particular part of the diagram, it will be look like a bands. It will be look like a band. Just check it out. From here to here, one band. From here to here, one band. From here to here, one band. Out of these three bands only, we are called the lower band, we are called as an valency band. The upper band, we are called as the conduction band. In between the valency and conduction band, we have a one more band. That band we are called as an energy gap or band gap or forbidden gap. Okay, so in such a way that the bands, it will be created in the silicon atom, not only the silicon, in the semiconductor generally. Okay, so now, and one more clarity I wanted to give it in this particular stage. Now just check it out. In the 3 years, the maximum electron accommodation is 2. Anyway, 2 electrons are filled. In the 3p, maximum electron accommodation is 6. Correct? The only 2 electrons are accommodated. So here, what the n state, what n, why we are writing a n here? What it represent? 6n state, 2n electron, 2n state, 2n electron. What it mean? What it mean? Here n stand for
Number of atoms.
exactly number of atoms. Correct? For n silicon atom, for 3p, 6n states, available states are there, but only 2n electrons are filled. In the 3 years, 2n states are available. Anyway, all the 2n electron states are filled. Okay, so now at this particular distance, the 3s and 3p, it will be start combining, hybridization. Okay, or interacting. See, our simple word we can use interacting. Interact with the neighbor orbital, neighbor this thing. Correct? So it will be start interacting and form a new orbital. Now just check it out. Before forming the new orbital, so here also 6n states are there, only 2n electrons are filled. So here 2n states are there, 2n electron are filled. Now in this gap, just check it out. After hybridization, what the gap we have? Only single band we have, only single band. Correct? So now how many n states are available here? How many n state after hybridization I am speaking? Just see the see the arrow mark where I am showing.
8
state, 8n state. Okay, because of this is 6 state and this is 2 state. Upper one is the 6n state, the lower one is 2n state. Totally 6 plus 2, it will be 8n states, 8n available states, 8n available state. Out of 8n, how many states are filled? Total 8n available state. Out of 8n, how many electrons? How many electrons are filled out of 8n states?
2, sir.
2 or 4? Just check it out.
4, sir.
4n electrons are filled. Total available state is 8n. Total filled state is 4n. Will you got my point? Okay. After that also, you keep on decreasing the distance between the two atoms, the band it will be formed. Correct? The lower band only we are called as an valence, the upper conduction, the middle one is the forbidden band. The lower band, it will be out of 8. Just check it out here. Totally 8n states are there. Out of total 8n states, 4n state is the valency band and 4n states are the conduction band. Now tell me, out of 4n states in the valency band, how many states are filled? 4n electrons. 4n out of 4n. Okay. Now can you tell me in the conduction band, out of 4n state, how many electrons are filled? At 0 degree. I am speaking the entire discussion I am doing with respect to 0 degree Kelvin only.
0 electrons, sir.
0 electron in the conduction, 0 electron in the conduction. Okay, and one thing we got to know that from this diagram, initially valence band is completely filled. Initially valence band is completely filled. Conduction band is
Not fair, not
zero.
accommodated.
Zero. Conduction band
Zero
is
electron.
yeah, 0 electron, 0 it is, correct? So now just I will give you one small example. Okay, just take a one film theater. Just take a one film theater, correct? So in the film theater, there are two sections are there. One is the lower class, the another one is the upper class. Okay, the lower class also consisting of an 4n seats, and upper class is also consisting of an 4n seats. Okay, the maximum number, I mean, coming to that particular film hall on that particular day, it's 4n. Correct. So if you wanted to accommodate all the 4n people in the lower class, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. Or if I wanted to accommodate all the 4n people in the upper class, yes, it's possible. We can accommodate them in the upper class also. Correct. But all the 4n people are not entering to the lower class, and all the 4n people are not entering to the upper class. They will start distributing. They will start distributing. Those have more money, they move to an upper class. They don't want to spend more money for that particular movie. They are entering to the lower class. Correct. The same way, at 0 degree temperature, the lower state is also consisting of an 4n available state. The upper band is also consisting of an 4n available state. But at the 0 degree Kelvin, the lower band 4n out of 4n it will be filled. Some people are unmuting your mic. Please mute your mic. Upper band out of 4n state, only 0 states are filled. Okay, so now I wanted to change 0 degree Kelvin to 400 degree Kelvin. 0 degree Kelvin to 400 degree Kelvin. Okay, when I am going to change 0 degree Kelvin to 400 or 300, or let us simply, you can take it as an room temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. When you are changing 0 degree Celsius to 25 degree Celsius, what are the electrons? 4n electrons are there in the valency band. Few electron it will get an additional energy. Those electron it will get an additional energy. Those electron it will be start moving to an conduction band. Those electron are moving to an conduction band. That electrons only are helping us to conduction of an current. Okay, at the same time, one more thing you can extract from this diagram. No one electron it having an energy from this particular point. The cursor, just check it out, the cursor from this point to this point. Okay, so now see here. See here. Okay, the electron energy goes on upper direction. The electron energy it will become more. Okay, but no one electron having the energy. No one electron having an energy in between this, I mean the lower point of the conduction band and upper point of the valence band. No one electron having an this much energy, because of in the forbidden band it not consisting of a single electron. It will be empty. Correct? It not consisting of a single electron. Electron it's always will be in the valence band or it will be in the conduction band. Correct. So this is the band. It consisting of a number of layers. Number of layers. Even the valence band as well as the conduction band. The few electron it will be staying the upper layer of the valence band, and few electron it will be staying lower layer of the conduction band. Now one thing, can you clarify to me, what are the electrons it will be staying upper layer of the conduction valence band, or what are the electrons it will be staying lower layer of the valence band? Which electron having the more energy? All the electrons are there in the valence band only. Few electrons are there upper layer of the valence, few electrons are there lower layer of the valence. Can you tell me which electron having an higher energy? Upper layer
sir.
of the valence or bottom layer of the valence?
Upper.
upper layer of the valence. Upper layer of the valence. At the same time, any one of the electron get some additional energy, automatically it will be moving from valence band to conduction band, right? Correct. So which electron it will be moving from valency to conduction, that particular place it will be become an vacant. That vacant place only we are called as an hole. We are called as an hole, correct? The hole it will be start moving towards the downward, the energy it will be goes on increases. The hole it will be start moving upward, the energy of the hole it will be start decreasing, correct? So even these two comparison also we got to know from this particular diagram. Okay, so in such a way that in the semiconductor it consisting of an three bands, one is valency, the another one is the conduction. In between these two bands one gap will be there, that gap only we are called as an forbidden band. Initially all the electron it will be accommodated in the valency band and 0 electron it will be accommodated in the conduction band. If you put additional energy to that, or if you change the environmental temperature from 0 degree Kelvin to something else, then only the electron it will be start migrating from valence band to conduction band. What are the electron it will be entering to the conduction band? Those electron only helping us to conduction of an current. Okay, so this information we can got from this particular slide. This is all about your energy bands. This is all about your energy band. Okay, so I will stop today's class here. Before that, any doubt you people can ask me. Any doubt? Any doubt? If you people don't have any doubt, I will stop the class here itself.
No, sir.
Okay, shall I stop?